53 million people every single day asking an AI to do their shopping. And I know what you're thinking. That number can't be right. It is. Last December, OpenAI shipped the magic moment. Type @Instacart in a chat. Type apple pie ingredients. And 3 hours later, groceries arrive. Then, half of the UK's biggest grocers blocked it. Then, OpenAI quietly killed its own flagship shopping agent. So, here's what we're doing today. Pulling the press release apart, finding the real number that runs all of it, and figuring out who's actually winning. Spoiler, it's not who you think. Here's what actually shipped on December 8th, 2025. You open ChatGPT, type @Instacart, then say something like, "Get me everything for tacos for $4." The model builds a cart. You glance at it. You tap pay. The transaction settles inside the conversation. No tabs, no checkout page, no email confirmation chase. Apple Pay, Google Pay, normal cards, all of it works. A UX designer at year 2049 wrote up his initial attempt with it, called it magical. Also had to correct the meal plan 3 times before it was right. Both of those things are true. That's the surface. Now let's go under it, because the surface is the boring part. Under the surface is a wire. The shape of that wire is called ACP, and the 2 companies who drew it up are the obvious 2. You can guess them. Think of it as one socket every storefront plugs into. Any bot walks up and shops there. No retailer wants to build 12 separate ChatGPT versions of itself for 12 separate models, so a shared shape got drawn. The clever piece sits on the money side. The card never touches the model. A one-use token gets minted with exactly 1 merchant and 1 cart total written on it. Then it dissolves. How widely adopted? Past 1 million storefronts now. 1 million in about 6 months. Etsy is in. Most of Shopify is in. Notably, very notably, Walmart and Amazon are not. Hold that thought. Now, the part the press release skipped. In the UK, both Asda and Tesco blocked the ChatGPT agent at their door. Authentication failures, random error pages. 2 of the big 4 grocers locked out. The early Instacart AI integrations hallucinated images of food, including, I am not making this up, chickens with 2 pairs of wings, cups made of chocolate cake, real screenshots in real production. By March, CNBC reported OpenAI was quietly winding down its standalone shopping agent, the thing called Operator, and pivoting entirely to the embedded app model. The agent killed the agent. And I'll be honest, I went into this skeptical, and reading the reporting made me more skeptical, not less. So the surface is magic. The middle layer is a mess. The bottom layer, the money. The number is 4%. That's what merchants pay on every cart that closes through ACP. To OpenAI and Stripe, split. Sounds small. Remember earlier when I said one number explains all of this? This is it. Grocery is the thinnest margin business in retail. Net margin on a full-service grocer runs about 1.5 to 3%. 3% on a good day. So a 4% take rate on the gross isn't a fee. It's a mathematical loss on most items in the basket. The packaged goods brands inside that cart have to eat it somewhere. Slimmer trade promotion, smaller pack sizes, raised shelf price. Or, and this is what's actually happening, they don't list and the AI just doesn't see them, which is the bigger story underneath this whole launch. Who's actually winning? Quiet answer, Stripe. Look at the plumbing. Etsy runs on Stripe. Shopify runs on Stripe. Instacart's checkout runs on Stripe. The shared payment token is Stripe's invention. ACP is jointly authored, but the payment rails belong to one company. I know what you're thinking. This is just OpenAI killing the affiliate model. That's the smaller story. The bigger story is Stripe taking a cut at every layer of a transaction that didn't exist 18 months ago. During Cyber Week 2025, retailers integrated with ACP saw 7 times the sales growth of retailers that weren't. That's not a typo. 7 times. The infrastructure won before anyone noticed there was a race. So what does this mean for food creators? The bloggers, the recipe sites, the Instagram cooks? It's not great. 28% of ChatGPT Plus subscribers have already bought something through a shopping agent without ever visiting the brand's site. Affiliate links, bypassed. UTM tags, bypassed. Tracking pixels, bypassed. The whole creator economy attribution stack assumes the buyer touches a web page on the way to the cart. Agents don't touch web pages. And here's the twist. The survivors aren't the ones with the biggest blogs. They're the ones who put structured, machine-readable data on every recipe, so the AI cites them by name when it builds the cart. Schema markup, FAQ page data, author byline metadata, the dull stuff. That's the survival kit. So, the press release version, magic. 53 million queries a day, 1 million merchants. The real version, half of the UK locked it out. The agent killed the agent. 4% quietly bleeds the grocers. And Stripe is taking a slice of every transaction that didn't exist a year ago. The 53 million number, it's real, it's growing. And it's the reason none of this stops. The 4% is the new tax. The infrastructure already won. Next week, I'm digging into the food blogs that are getting cited by the new agents, what they're actually doing differently. If you want that, subscribe.